we're going to multiply monomials times other monomials or monomials times polynomials. The rules are, when you multiply monomials, you multiply the coefficients and you add the exponents of the like variables. Because if you think of this expression here, 4x to the fifth times 3x squared, this, although a single term, has multiple factors. So those factors would be 4 and x to the fifth. And the factors in the second term here would be 3 and x squared. And since all of these are being multiplied, then we can use the commutative property to rearrange this multiplication problem. And when I rearrange the terms here, or the factors, it's a lot easier to see that you can multiply these coefficients and you can multiply these like bases and use those power rules that you previously learned. So when I multiply 4 times 3 here, I'm going to get 12. And with the x's, I'm going to keep the base and add the powers, right? I'm going to keep the base and add the powers. It gives me 12x to the 7th. So multiply the coefficients and add the powers, but only if the variables are alike. Let's take a look at example number 2 here. So my coefficients are negative 2 and 6. My like variables are x cubed and x to the 6th, and y squared doesn't have a like variable. So I'm going to put my coefficients together, I'm going to put my x's together, and I would put my y's together if there were more than one, which there aren't. So negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. 3x's and 6x's make 9x's, and the y squared remains the same. Example number 3. Take a quick look at this and see if you can answer it on your own. Alright, so I think the coefficients are pretty easy to simplify here. The coefficients are pretty simple, so we're going to get a negative 16. I guess the question is, what about these variables? None of them match. None of them are like variables. So we can't actually combine any of these together or make them any larger. So here's what I want you to do when you have multiple variables. I want you to put them in alphabetical order. So negative 8 times negative 2 is going to be positive 16. And then a to the second is going to be first. B to the fifth is going to be second. And then c to the fourth is going to be last. So this is the preferred answer with the variables in alphabetical order. Alright, last one, let's see. Coefficient times coefficient, x's plus x's, and y's plus y's. So it looks like here we're going to get 32 x cubed y cubed, right? So multiply the coefficients first, add the exponents of the like variables second. Alright, give these 3 a try, pause the video, and resume when you're ready to check your answers. Here are the answers to these 3 that you tried on your own. Now let's take a look at when you are going to multiply multiple times, right? So if I have a monomial out here and I need to distribute it times all of the terms inside, then I'm going to keep the same process. I'm going to multiply the coefficients together, or 4 times 3 makes 12. I'm going to add the powers if the letters are the same. Remember, if you can't see the power, it's an invisible 1. So 4 times 3 is 12, and 1x plus 5x's makes 6x's. And then 4 times 6 is positive 24, and this x doesn't have any to combine with, so it remains a single x. And you stop here. You cannot combine these terms together because they do not have the same powers. another example. Remember, you're distributing negative 2a to the 7th to both of these terms in the parentheses here. So negative 2 times 8 is positive 16. A to the 7th times a to the 3rd would be a to the 10th. And then negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. And a to the 7th times a to the 5th times b means the a's will combine, but the b will remain the same. Let's take a look at one last question before you try some on your own. So remember, you're going to distribute here 3 times 4, x to the first times x to the second, and y times no more y's. 3 times 5, positive 15, x to the first times x to the first is x to the second, y to the first times y to the first is y to the second, and then lastly, 3 times minus 2 is minus 6, x, and there are no more x's, so we keep it the same, y times y squared is y to the third. Give these two a try on your own. Pause the video while you finish your work. Alright, let's take a look at your answer to these two. Alright, let's take a look at an application of multiplying monomials with polynomials. So here we have a question that says find the area of a rectangle whose length and width are given. So if the length is 3x and the width is 2x minus 4, then we could certainly label the parts of our rectangle here, right? So if the area of the rectangle is a length of 3x and a width of 2x minus 4, and the area is the length times the width, then we could set up our problem like this. We would distribute our 3x. We would distribute it twice, right? So we're going to get 6x squared minus 12x. And we remain here. We cannot combine an x squared and an x together. Alright, that concludes our lesson on multiplying monomials times other polynomials.